It's getting dry out here. A lot of this corn, I watered this over here yesterday and last night, but this corn over here and all these tomatoes and peppers, they've got to have some water, and what I'm going to have to do is set her up to give them some. So let's get the sprinkler system rigged back up. That's a good place to leave your rake out here. Of course, we need to worry about it getting wet. Let me see if I can't find these sprinklers. Whew. I've got to kindly center this, and I want to try to get it where it'll reach the whole patch. I think right here would do it, maybe. There's one already in the ground. There's no need to even drive this here. I've got one in the ground there. For that T-post, I'll just use it. I'll use this one over there. I'll have to put this in the shade or a man won't even be able to hold it. You always want to keep zip ties in your pocket. I'll tell you something else. Might be a good thing to do. Well, that's pretty loose. I think it'll be all right. We'll worry about that when the time comes. I'll get wet and get out here on a ladder. Whew. Sometimes when it gets dry, you have to help it out a little bit. You have to help things out a little bit. That's just the way it is. I'm gonna have to get me a few more pieces of wire here. Stainless steel wire. May be full of dirt daubers and everything else. So let's get I've got a hose over here on a reel. I'll use it. Let me go get it. Actually, I'll just use this one. Now this right here is going to be it's hot. This one is going to be undone for right now. I'm going to have to go over there because I've got a leak in the let's see, off, turn that on, and that on too, and I've got to get the stuff and we'll go over there and we got to repair got to repair a line, a hose that comes from the well. So let's do that. Yeah, we've got to fix this hose here. I've got some traps set here. So what we'll do is go ahead and cut this bad spot out. What happened here, the reason this is jacked up, messed up, is because I had a trap tied here by this cornfield, tied to this pear tree, and I give it too much chain, and the darn coon got over here and chewed my hose in two. We're going to repair that thing. Let me get some of this broke out of the way. Needs trimmed anyway. Old poke vines and stuff. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to repair this. Of course, I'll drop that screwdriver about 18 times before we get done. I'd tape this up and it done pretty good, but I'm gonna have to fix it proper here today because it was leaking. Been a lot easier if I'd have brung the drill out here. And what we'll do, we'll cut this hose right here, and then we'll cut that hose, make sure we ain't got no teeth marks down here, and we'll cut that hose off right there. Yeah, like that. Let it down there and let the water run out of it a little. And then what we want to do, let's see. That screws on there. Yeah, that's the right one. I'm gonna take this. Oh Lord. Yeah, we gotta kinda get this lined out right here. Now, before you do anything, I can tell you right now, it's a lot easier on you if you'll take a torch and heat this end of this. Just heat it up. Because this is an old hose, and just warm it up. That's all you have to do. Just warm it up, and that way this end that you're putting on it'll go right in there. It sure will. Yeah, it needs to be heated a little lower though. Just a little bit lower. Yeah, boy. Whew, it's hot. She's hot, boy. She's hot. Now, what's the matter with you? What's the matter, you boy? Oh, that rubber's trying to knot up in there a little on me. We can't have that. If we'd wet that, it'd be a lot better, wouldn't it? There we go. There we go, my friend. Yeah, right there. And then this slides right up on that. Of course, everybody knows how to put one of these on. Slides up about like that. And tighten her up. Tighten that baby up there. All the way in. That's what it's made for. It's like that. Now, that should hold. And if that don't hold, what we'll have to do is, if that don't hold, what we'll have to do, did you say get them out of your way? If that don't hold, we'll have to take it apart and put a metal clamp on it. I'm gonna pull this out of there if I can get it out. Yeah, like that, it'd be a lot easier. And we'll loosen this booger up and have it ready. These ain't nothing but little hose repair kits. Gilmore, I think's the name of them. Mr. Gilmore. Just heat her up there good. The mosquitoes is chewing me up in here pretty good. Get that baby started. Once you get it started, you can just twist it right in there. It's hot. Yeah, it's just a push and turn. Push and turn. It's like that. Push and turn. Now, when I get this on, I'll go turn that water on that sprinkler when we get this lined up. And we have to bleed all that hot water out of them lines, because that stuff gets hot enough laying out in that sun to cook your corn will be cooked standing in the field if you ain't careful. I just hope this holds and don't leak. I'm trying to put the vise on it here. I think that'll hold. Yes, sir. My knife, clamp, and screwdriver. Let's get this screwed together now. Now there it is. There she is, my friend. We'll see if it leaks here in just a few minutes. I'll take the camera and set it back up over here. Whew! All right. Let's go turn the water on. I'll let you stay there and see if it spews out. We'll turn the well on. The well. We'll plug the well in. It's in, and let's see how long it takes to spew out there. Should already be doing it. Yeah, it's coming out. It surely is. It's a coming out both ends. Now when you shut one off, it'll blow out that one. Okay. This pump is pumping directly out of the well. There's nothing, so you don't want to restrict the flow. You want that water to keep it moving. So what I do is I put these wires on and I can shut that off, see. Lay that down there and it's I better move my rain gauge or I'll have it broke. And what that does, that bleeds all the water out of the line. Where it won't be spewing hot water up. Now right here, I'll go ahead and screw this in, and hopefully everything will work. Hopefully it will. Make sure I ain't on no plants. Now I'm going to turn it on and we're going to shoot the pressure. You should see it do something out there. And of course I'll have to adjust it, so let's see what happens. Yes, sir. Come on, I don't know what it'll do. I have no idea. It's a going. I know you ain't supposed to water stuff in the sunshine, but it needs watered. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, let's see. Oh yeah. I'll have to get a ladder and go out there and do a little adjusting. By putting that up in the air like that, up higher, it really, for some reason, I need to spray that WD-40. I think. I know I do. I'm gonna go get the can right now because I'm fixing to have to go out there and climb up on that ladder. And I'll have that with me. I'll be right back. See, when that rolls around like that, it got in that one spot and locked up. Now, while I'm at it, this was to get me a set of pliers and have with me in case I have to pull that nozzle out. Put it in my pocket. I'll have to turn this back on unless I want to get drowned. And it probably feel pretty good. So I'll turn this on and this off. I can turn that down a little bit right there. Just let her run out there. You know, there ain't nobody likes doing stuff like this. But the thing of it is, that ain't looking too swift right there. I might have to get sideways here somewhere. I don't want to fall. But like that. That ought to do it. tell you. I'll tell you one thing. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to move this right here. Get this out of the way for right now. And I'm going to take this apart and just lay her over. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take that apart and lay it over. Makes more sense. Makes a lot more sense to me. A lot safer if nothing else. Yeah. So, that should have worked. We'll grease her up good. I like to grease that thing up there where it'll spin and turn good. See, now that's... There's no reason that didn't work. No reason. Anyway, we'll put her back up there now. And then we'll turn it on again. I don't know why that's a leaking. Anyway, may not be. I may have to pull that hose back that way a little. Everything's going to get wet. I'll pull that hose back just a little. I've got to get my taters out of here too. They're going to be scalded. They'll be scalded. Let's see what happens this time. Whoo! Pull that back just a little. Like that. Now that should turn. I'm telling you right this second, it's turning. That's stopped up. Yeah, that's stopped up. It's just stopped up. It just stopped up. I have to blow it out. It just stopped up, people. I knowed it would be. It's no big deal. No big deal. Every year. It's this way every year. Now that's a leak in there. And I would assume the reason it's a leaking is it's just, come on, man. Don't be so complicated. I think that got it. That wash that junk up through there. And then hopefully we can wash the junk back down this way. Well, my goodness. That is like, I'm gonna get me some. It's the real world here. This is the way she rolls. Yes, sir. That's the way she rolls. Huh. What the dickens? Okay. I'm telling you, that stopped up. And I need to go get my, I'm gonna have to go get them. It's what's go now. With us, we're just killing time, ain't we? Whew. In the heat of the day. In the heat of the night, he said. I'm telling you what, I'm gonna have to go. I've got to go get them. I should have got them when I was there. There's something knocking some of my pepper plants over. I wouldn't doubt it if it ain't a big yeller cat. I'll just tell you what, if I knowed it was, that big yeller cat would be in a world of trouble. This nozzle, I don't even know if that's what it is. We're gonna blow it out in a minute. I'm gonna have to fix that end over there where them screws together. Oh yeah, that's stopped totally up. I'll go flick that now and you'll see water jump out the end of that maybe. Maybe. If it don't stop completely up. Person should tape the ends of their hoses and stuff up before you ever put them up. Oh, I turned it off out here, so let's walk out and do it again. Yeah, it's leaking right there, but that's no big deal. This valve here is turned off. That ought to do it. Yeah, that'll flush her out. I'll just go ahead and shut this down here. Let that spew out there and put this back in. Now that should work. That should work this time. But I this was to do it right here. I'm gonna have to take that apart. See if I can't figure out what the problem is there. That's got that. Let me go down here and turn the water back off. Over and over and over. That's the way she rolls. That's what we gotta do. This water hose, for some reason, I might not have got it tight. I hope I don't. I've got all kind of tie wires in my pocket. Don't want to lose them, zip ties. Let's check this out. See if we can't. This can go back up. That can go back up. Up in the air for right now. Actually, whew, out of her way, you know. Up in the air. He said up in the air, out of her way. Whew. Goodness gracious. It's warm. That needs to, how does that need to go up like that? Yeah. And I want to get this tight to see if I can stop it from leaking. Don't know if I can or not. I can't if I don't try. Might be able to just, yeah, might be able to just twist it. Yeah, that might work. This had it hand tightened, and a lot of times with them old rubbers in there, you can't do it. Now let's turn around and see what happens. It'll either work or it won't work. And if it don't, we'll have to do it again. I've had to do this over and over and over before. It's worth doing. It's worth doing, my friend. Now she ain't stopped up now. Now it should hit and reverse. Yes, sir. I've got to see what needs to be adjusted here. You need to go all the way around, my friend. Keep going. Keep going. You didn't go far enough. So I'm going to have to shut it off, then go up there and adjust it. And then we'll be in business. This should be the last trip here. Should be. It should be. Yes, sir, it should be. It should be. I'm going up there. I've got to go up there. Should work. It should work. I'm gonna leave my ladder right here. It needs washed anyway. So now, that should work out pretty good. Let's see if it do. Let's see if it do. Okay. Come all the way around. Come on. Get that corn. Get them tomatoes. Bam, right there. Now come on around. Slowly. That's water and plumbing the fence row. But it's got to spray out to get, come on, to get where? Yes, sir. That's a spraying. My goodness. Plumb to the other side there. That's all right. Okay, right there at that cedar tree. It hit at the cedar tree. It got right to the cedar tree. Now let's see if it gets to the cedar tree. Nope. That's fine though. It just leaves a little portion right out there. That's good. Now I'm going to have to shut that off because I don't need to be watering it as hot as it is. I really don't. I'll have to turn that on when the sun goes down. I could go out there in the middle, and yeah, while I'm here I will. I'll let that go out, and then when it goes back that way, I'll run out here and I'll set this other one up. I'll just go ahead and let that run for time's sake. And what I want to do is get this one cleaned out and working. Before we ever think about putting it out in the garden. So we're going to do this a little different. We'll use the hose to the house here, and we'll go ahead and lubricate this up and all the good stuff like that before. Let me put my rake up while I'm thinking about it. Whew, goodness, I don't know how nothing lives in there. Needs a fan, but it ain't gonna get one. I'll turn this way, and this was to go ahead. I can tell you right now, and pull that valve out of this one so we can blow it out. Am I going to be able to get it out? It's the next question. Sure I am. Sure I am, my friend. Look at this. That didn't come out of that water hose either. You know, I do need to turn that off. I'm gonna go turn it off because that don't need to be on, because that's gonna evaporate. That will evaporate before it ever hits the water. I mean the ground. It'll evaporate. And in the meanwhile, it could blister them plants. That water acts like a magnifying glass. I know that one's working good now. And this one will work good here in a minute. We can go ahead and get this rigged up. And we can have our sprinkler system ready whenever we need it. And from the looks of the weather, we're going to need it. Of course, you never know. It might start raining. I need to put a couple more zipper ties on this. Now, let's coat this good. Let's coat this baby good. Whew! Lord have mercy. She's hot. She's hot. I'm gonna take my end off here. And screw this on here. Yeah. See, when you ain't got a nozzle, I'm just blowing that out right now with that hot water. when you ain't got a nozzle on that, what that does is let so much pressure out it jacks that thing. It turns up. That's probably what needs to be put on it. I don't know. That ain't gonna work. Might work over here if I don't break something in the process. See if it's watering the flowers as it passes by. I'll get a couple of pieces of wire and we'll be ready to go put that out in the garden. Might as well get it done, get it over with. Get her done. Say what? And I said, get her done. Get her done? Yeah, get her done. Where's my wire? There it is. We'll get this one wired up. Hopefully that'll reach everything from where it's at. I think it will. There's the wire still on that, and we'll use that too. I'm gonna have to level it up because I'll assure you it's not level. It might be a little better. Don't think I'm gonna have but two on here. We'll take that and put back up. Now, all we have to do is get our other hose run out there. And if you're going to be out here doing anything in this weather, working in the H2O is about the best thing to do, I guess. All I want is to flush this out. And I had the end of that hose and this screwed together where bugs and stuff couldn't get in it. Gosh, it ain't a good idea to do this in this weather, is it? But somebody's got to do it, don't they? Let's see if she needs flushed. Woo! Come on. Come on. Woo! That's kinked. That's kinked over and over and over. Wash the salt off my glasses. Okay. That's not going to work too well, but we're going to have to. I want to get this over here on the side away from that corn. Yeah, that's working. Now here I went and put my tools back up. I want all this off of there. I don't want nothing restricting this hose. And that shouldn't be restricting it right there. Right there. Okay. You know, once you get this stuff set up, if you don't mess with it, leave it alone, you don't have to go through this every time. There ain't near as much pressure on this as there would be out of that well. I don't think. But we can see. We can try it and see here. We're gonna try it. Now that one is not got, I've got some things in my pocket that I can make that change a little, but that's not getting out near far enough. Not near far enough. No, sir. No, sir, it ain't. But we're gonna try it. We're gonna give it our best shot here. I'm gonna have to get down and see. I think that'll help. Because you can look at stuff. Now I understand right now this time of day, especially when there's not an adequate moisture in the ground, these plants like that pumpkin right there, I'll try to shine the light on it and show you in a minute. This time of day, they just wilt. And it's not good to be watering stuff like this. I don't think. I've done it before. I mean, when you really have to water something, when it really needs it, then, you know, you need to give it a little water. But I'll wait till tonight, till the sun goes down, and then I'll turn this on over here, unless it clouds up or something. I'll turn this sprinkler on the right, this red top sprinkler. That'll get that corn patch up here, and it'll get the majority of the peppers and tomatoes, give them a little water. They need it. And this over here I watered yesterday, this corn. And I've noticed out there on that far end, it still ain't getting it out there. Ain't getting enough moisture. I mean, it's dried up. It's in dire strait. I'll take you out there, hopefully, if I don't forget it before I leave here, and I'll show you that corn, what kind of shape it's in. Believe me, it's dry. Of course, it's pretty close to that big pecan tree, and of course that pecan tree right now is sucking everything it can out of the ground. I'll assure you, and it's drying it's drying that corn up there in the corner. Of course, you know, you get a little bit of rain, a little shower, and of course some of that corn's in the shade of that pecan tree. And I should have had more sense than to plant it there, but I've got the pecan tree, and I'm glad I put it there. I just moved the garden this way a little. This, like I say, a little shower of rain, you think, oh, that'll be good on that corn. Well, it hits that pecan tree, and that pecan tree will suck that moisture into them leaves before it ever has time to trickle down onto the ground underneath it. Unless it's a significant rain. I'm talking about just a little shower or two, you know, which would do good if it was out where it was hitting the ground. I watered that last night, and I shut that pump off about midnight. And I'll guarantee you could have took your foot and it wouldn't have went down a 1/4 inch, I don't guess. So you're better off, because most of the water that you're spraying out, like right now, is just evaporating. It's just evaporating. Actually, I can turn it off right now. Just like that, and it's off. So, at least we've got these ready now. We've got these ready to hook up to the well. We can hook these to the well and water the gardens. Yes, sir, we can. Let me shut that. That's shut. This right here needs to be put at the top where a bug won't get in it. But that's what you got to do. Sometimes you just have to help it along. Now there's no rain given, and this stuff's already drying up. It's already swiveling up. And while I'm here, I'll go ahead and water this fig tree. But when stuff's drying up, and they're giving rain 5 days down the road, and you don't know if you're going to get it then, start making arrangements to do something. Start making you some arrangements to do something about it. That's what I'm telling you. And when you water stuff, give it a drink. I mean soak it, because it won't hurt it, especially if you got holes in the bottom where that water can run out. It don't hurt it a bit to give it some water. Water, 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 lots of water. I said that by putting stuff in these containers, you'd be watering all summer. Well, in all aspects, no more really than your garden needs it. It's dry. It is dry. Now, while I'm out here, I need to do one more thing right now. This has still got a little moisture in it from yesterday. But I hold these down halfway here. And just like I say, it don't take long at all. I went right down the middle of that, didn't I? No, I didn't. Or didn't? No, that's grass. Whew, I thought I hold my beets up for a minute. Just get this grass, weeds. That ain't grass, that's weeds are growing. Just shave them off while they're little. Don't let them get a start, and you'll be ahead of the game. Just go through here and nip that stuff out of there as fast as you can go. You don't have to worry too much about what's over here, near as much as you do right beside that stuff. In the hot sun, get them weeds out of here. Thinking about it and not getting them when you should, like I usually do, let them get away from me. So much easier now. I mean, it ain't nothing to it. That sharp hoe, man, makes light work of it. Now, see, I've got that. And then just reach over there on the side, anything growing up, and chop it off. Old mole beans are trying their best to get established, and they will if you don't stay on top of them. This asparagus, I've cut it down half a dozen times, tilled it 3 or 4 times. It's still trying to come on. I don't want these mole beans growing. No, sir, I don't. Okay, that got that for a day or two. That'll keep them weeds out. I've got to get out of this heat, man. Whew! She's getting warm. All right. Whew. We've got the sprinklers hooked up now. This, like I say, this side over here, peppers, tomatoes, okra, corn. We'll get that tonight when the sun goes down. And let that run. Oh, midnight, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whenever I go to bed. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you how to hook them up. Didn't show you much, but that's the way it's done. I'm done, I'm gone.